Welcome back to Ringer Tailgate, the Wednesday edition of the show. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the tailgaters for tuning in. Very excited for this show. We have some college football headlines we're going to hit, but we're going to do something a little bit different today. We crowdsource a little bit. There's some big news in the sports world, and we're going to start with some of those big stories today. But first and foremost, let's say what's up to our guys. Joel Anderson and the Texas Southern University shirt. Shout out to you, Joel. What's up, man?
What's up?
Raise the roof.
Raise the roof.
Oh, raise the goddamn roof, man.
Yeah.
Still alive in the SWAC tournament.
That's right. That's right, man. I'm a TSU alum, too. You know, I went there for pre-K and kindergarten.
Oh, word up.
They have a lab school. Yeah, they have a lab school there. Right across the street from Cooney Homes. Shout out George
What's
Floyd.
their lab school name?
The TSU.
What's their
It used to be called...
What's the mascot?
Oh, Tigers. They're Tigers.
Tell you why I asked. 2 lab schools in Baton Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
U-High.
Yeah.
Southern Lab.
Yeah.
The Southern Lab, shout out to Southern Lab. That's where Marcus Spears went.
Oh. Wait, you know who
out.
went there? Doc, tell me, Chad Jones. Didn't Chad Jones go there too?
Chad Jones also went to Southern Lab. Southern Lab be turning them out. I almost think that, hold on. Yeah. Well, no. So here it is. So you got a bunch of Tyron Davis Price, Chad Jones, Tracy Porter, Marcus Spears, recipes, Bobby Fields. A lot of people that come out of Southern Lab. Bobby Fields. Yep.
Oh yeah, Bobby. Oh yeah.
Chuck Wiley.
Yeah.
You know, they come out of Southern Lab. Now, Southern Lab and U-High, their mascots are the baby versions of LSU and Southern.
Oh.
So Southern Lab's mascot is the Kittens. And U-High's mascot is the Cubs. I've never liked it. Shout out to Southern Lab.
You want them to keep the mascot?
You think they should have their own?
Jaguars and Tigers, U-High is both of these schools are dead nice in sports. Yeah. So you're out there getting your ass kicked by Kitten and Cubs. But I always thought it should be the Tigers and the Jaguars. That's all I always felt like they should be that. But they don't do that at TSU Lab.
No, TSU Lab didn't even have, it was just the Child Development Center. They didn't even have school past kindergarten at that time. It was like, when my parents sent me when I was done with, going to daycares and shit. So they didn't even have a upper school. But we had a good time. TSU Lab, dog. It was, that's probably
Southern Lab. Southern Lab has 13 football state championships.
Damn.
And 16 basketball state championships. Southern Lab won basketball state championships in this is how crazy Southern Lab is. All right. This is how crazy Lab is. Lab won basketball state championships in 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003.
Dynasty.
What a run.
2004, 2005. They skipped a long time, and then they came back 2022.
This is crazy. Okay, that's amazing because I'm looking at their list of alumni. The only NBA player on here is Bobby Fields. They had a dominant basketball program like that and didn't churn out one NBA dude.
It's a lot. Well, it's Louisiana. So a lot of these guys that you saw on here that are football guys, a lot of these guys play basketball.
That's right.
Yeah,
like
they
Marcus
just got
Spears.
Got pushed into football.
Right. Like Shreveport, Morris Claiborne. Morris Claiborne played football and basketball guy on the state champion. So yeah.
Spears was a crazy basketball player. His son might be the best prospect in the whole country.
Number 1 player in the class.
That's
Might
right.
come to North Carolina.
Really?
Marcus Spears Jr. That's what I'm hoping.
Okay. We got it. Hold on. Let's see what Marcus
Spears
Jr. really gotten. I think he's already committed somewhere, actually.
No, he's not
he's crazy.
He's taking visits.
Yeah.
I told Spears, I told Marcus straight up, I got 50,000
for Southern or LSU.
For LSU. It'll take more like 100, 150 to get him to Southern. It's like I tell Spears, man, Spears and his whole family are great. He said he had the number 1 volleyball player in the country. This is his daughter. I think she went to Texas.
Yep.
And then the son, I don't know if we're gonna get him at LSU, but I feel like we need to get him, man. Like Jabari Smith Jr. did not go to LSU. His dad went to LSU. If we don't get what's happening, man,
you got Garrett Temple.
You got Sharif O'Neal.
We did get Garrett. We did. He was it, but not at first. Sharif went to Arizona at first.
That's right.
Garrett Temple. Anything with the Temple name is going to end up at LSU.
That's right.
Remember when Garrett locked JJ up? Remember when he locked JJ up?
I don't actually remember that.
You don't remember that?
Nah, dog.
Oh, hold on. We got to get into the show. I'm sorry. Duke, LSU in the Final Four. No, in the Sweet 16.
It was in the Sweet 16. Yeah. Glenn Davis, Big Baby Davis.
Glenn Big Baby Davis.
Tyrus Thomas.
I do remember
coming home soon. Tyrus Thompson. Garrett Temple. Garrett locked JJ up.
That's something.
JJ was crying.
That was 200006. Adam Morris and JJ Redick taking over college basketball. Both of them got upset in the Sweet 16.
That's right.
Shout out.
Okay.
Yeah, give
I
some
remember
love.
that weekend. Yeah.
LSU Tigers. We didn't even get to the introduction. Let's shout out to Van Lathan in studio. Van, what's going on, man? Let's raise that roof. Yeah. And let's get into it. We got some big stories. We want some big reactions. And let's start here because this is the biggest story in sports. Bam Adebayo, North Carolina kid, 83 points, second all time in the NBA now. Wilt, the 100-point game that we still don't have footage of. Obviously, Kobe 20 years ago, back in 2006, drops 81 points. Bam Adebayo breaks the record last night. Van, this is something that is heavy on your head right now as you think about this game. There's been a lot of reactions. You've seen a lot of backhanded conversations and comments. Ime Udoka has said that he didn't really like it. JJ Redick said he didn't think it was quite basketball. I went back and watched. I was watching Champ Week because it is Champ Week. A lot better games happening than the NBA games that are happening. But I went back to watch this game this morning. The first quarter from Bam Adebayo was incredible. 30 points in that first quarter. It was electric. And I do want to make sure that we point out how good he was. Now, the end of the game, if you just tune in at the end of the game like I did originally, I think that's where those points are coming from, some of the hate. But, Van, I turn it over to you. You're a Kobe truther. You know the 81-point game. Your thoughts on Bam Adebayo?
So I want to say straight up that 83 points in a game is remarkable. Remarkable. I think this is what's happening with the Bam Adebayo thing. A lot of people got caught onto the game when Bam got to 70. When Bam got to like 70 points, I think that's when a lot of people tuned into the game. If you tuned into the game, because I, like you, Tate, went back and watched the whole game. If you tuned into the game after he had 70 points, the game was fucking clown shoes.
It was.
And I'm sorry. And that's just, if you tuned in then, if you just tuned in then, the game was clown shoes. It was some real romper room shit happening out there, bro. Look, Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points is one of the most remarkable stories that I can remember in recent sports, right? For sure. I will say this, though. The difference between the Kobe situation and the Bam situation is the individuality of the feats. Kobe is getting the ball and going to score. That is true. I spun a lot of lies last night on Twitter.
You were spinning it out. I was
spinning lies on Twitter, right? But Bam had his team helping him engineer the game to get to 83 points. That is the difference to me. He had the team fouling, extending the game. The guy is missing the free throw and the whole nine. That takes it and makes it clown shoes.
Why does anybody care that Kobe got past for second? Like, I mean, Kobe didn't have no record, man. 80. I know that it's hard to explain.
He had the
to
modern
Kobe
record.
fans, but I was gonna say, I know it's very hard to explain to Kobe fans who take this very personally, and I want to be very careful because I know how they be acting. You know what I'm saying? But 81 points wasn't the record. It too was an impressive feat, as you so generously said about Bam. But I mean, 81 points wasn't a record. I cannot believe that everybody got so worked up about this. Maybe that's my fault for not seeing it, but like, I just love how NBA conversations can only ever end with jokes and someone becoming a meme. You know what I mean? And like, through all this, I found out that, man, there are a lot of people that not only hated Kobe Bryant, but secretly judged him for being accused of rape once. You know, it's like it really came out. It really came out over the past few hours. I was like, oh man, You actually held that against Kobe. You just didn't want to say it until you had the right time. When Bam scored 83 points. Or, you know what I mean? So I didn't realize that was an element of this going on. So anyway, but I mean, can't we just enjoy 83 points? Can't we just,
no. So the answer is
because it
no.
makes him number 2. It makes him number 2. Kobe gets to be
He's number 3. Yeah. Kobe's number 3. Michael Jordan was the
Kobe's
third
number
pick.
3.
You know?
Yeah, Kobe.
So Michael Jordan was the third pick. Okay, so a couple of things. Number 1, go fuck yourself. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Okay.
B? Why can't people agree without being disagreeable?
Okay. Okay.
You had two very out there fan bases arguing, the Miami Heat fan base versus the Kobe fans. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And then number 2, this is what I'll say. Number 2, this is my only stand shit. I don't stand for no rappers. You could maybe say that I'm a Marvel comic book guy, but the only stand shit that I get into, I will be honest with you, is the Kobe shit. That's the only thing I get into, right?
Man.
I just love Kobe. It's Kobe. Okay, so you have to understand what Kobe's 81 really meant, okay?
Yeah. So I made it very uncomfortable when I brought up the rape thing, right? Because it's just like, you don't
can do whatever you want. I mean, you can bring, you're podcasting. It's shit happens. It's a factual occurrence. Mm-hmm. So this is what I will say.
Okay, tell me what the 81 meant.
We don't have video of Wilt scoring 100 points.
I mean,
we have a radio call.
What kind of
can I finish?
Okay.
Right. Is it okay if I finish?
You can finish.
If not,
I know you're hurting today. I know you're hurting.
It is.
Joel said, I'm going to let you finish, but
I'm glad that you recognize it.
Yes.
So somebody's scoring a lot of points when they 7'9" and everybody else in the league is 6'3". We don't have video. It's the 100-point game from Wilt is one of the most impressive sports feats, but there are caveats. One caveat is we didn't really see it. The other caveat is just the sheer physical dominance that Wilt Chamberlain had. Okay. Kobe going for 81 when the Lakers were down in the third, coming back, being a part of that type of explosion, and on top of it, earlier in that season, having gone for 62 3/4.
Yeah.
Just that era of Kobe.
That was a good Mavs team, too.
A great Mavs team. 50-point games in a row. That unstoppable force of basketball, streak scoring was just amazing. And it kind of, for a lot of people, was the record. It kind of was the record because we saw it, because we experienced it, because it was right there with Bean. And for a lot of people, it still is. Because you know what? Ain't nobody missed free throws and fouling and doing all this dumbass shit and all that dumb garbage ass shit. Fuck that shit.
Unfortunately, because you all didn't see it, doesn't mean that those numbers don't count. I mean, it's kind of like Babe Ruth. I mean, how many of home runs do we have video of Babe Ruth hitting? But we all accept, hey, man, that's what the stat keeper said at the time. It's just like John Stockton's assist. Hey, that's what the scorekeeper said. Back to Stockton. Whatever the scorekeeper said at the time, so it is.
No reason.
So he's
Joe,
number
can I ask you a
2.
question?
I need to be real careful though, because y'all are crazy like Tupac fans, and it's like I like Tupac.
Oh no, we're not.
Yeah, I like Tupac.
Let's rank the stands.
I didn't love him.
Let's rank the stands.
But I'm just gonna say because I want to be able
stands are above the Kobe stands.
I don't know about that one, Doug.
Dog, hold on for a second. Wait a second.
I don't know, man.
One day I said that I thought Kendrick Lamar was as talented or more talented than Tupac. Yeah. Bruh, niggas in LA told me they was gonna pull up on me, bro. I'm like, what? I was like, and it was like, first of all, it started off in stages. It was like, first of all, I don't know if you know, but Pac be acting and all different kinds of shit like that.
Like, have you ever seen Juice? Yeah.
And then after that, it was like, well, shit, if you want to have a conversation about who's more talented, like, we'll come. I was like, huh?
Damn. It's just funny. I mean, for a dude whose first career name was MC New York, but the LA dudes are just so provincial about it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't want to have any problems in LA because I really like LA. It's a great city to visit. And I feel like if you say things about Kobe, they're going to respond like Tupac fans. And I feel like Tupac fans are sort of unhinged in the way that Kobe fans seem to be coming. Look, So I had to get a new barber, man, because my other barber was fucking up for a year, bro. Like just not one fucking time was he on time. Okay. And so I'm a busy man. I have a lot to do. I can't just sit.
So you would show up and he wouldn't be there to cut your hair?
The last time you have to go on the app, the Cut app. You can make the appointment there. And he said, I'll be there. I set the appointment for 11. He accepts it. I get a text later that night. Bro, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it till noon. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I get there towards noon. And he's like, bro, I don't think I'm going to be here till 12:30. Finally, in 1:05, I was like, fuck this, man. And I left. And he started texting me, bro, did you leave? I'm like, yeah, of course I left. I don't have all day to wait on this shit. But anyway, so I had to go find a new barbershop recently, dog. And it's very nice. Just a wonderful group of Latino men. I kind of got fucked up because the dude's name was DeAndre. And so when I selected him on the app, it just never occurred to me that there would be like a white Latino dude named DeAndre. But anyway, he's a very good barber. I like him. You go in this barbershop, bro, right in front of me. And I was looking at this shit yesterday, which makes it crazy. It's a portrait of Kobe holding Gianna. And like there's a rim over them that's gold and like a halo. And they have like 4 different Kobe posts. This isn't the DMV, bro. This is, right out here in Montgomery County. And I'm just like, yo, it's like Kobe fans really see that shit, bro. It's like the time I went to Ben Carson's house and saw a portrait of Jesus, you know what I'm saying, over his stairwell. It's like, yo, like they really, Kobe fans are real believers, man. I don't want no problems with them. But like the sad thing about it is that it was number 2 and he's going to be number 3 now.
So let me ask you this. Do you know, so for Joel, do you know who is the all-time Major League Baseball wins record? Who has the record in all-time wins? You know who has it?
Man, Smokey Johnson.
Oh man, I think that's right.
Is that right?
I think he went to Southern Lab.
Old Stacks.
Old kitten, dog. He was a kitten.
Hold on, before I even answer the question, when did they stop naming people shit like that? Like, when did people stop getting the nicknames? Like old really 2 Stacks Washington.
Hey, Bam is a nickname because he was Bam Bam as a kid.
That's
His name's Idris.
Bam is a nickname.
There you go.
Bam is a nickname. Yeah,
I was looking up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oil Can Rogers.
Yeah, man.
I was looking up. I was on Mark Harmon, the actor and the former UCLA quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was on his Wikipedia, and his dad won the Heisman Trophy. Y'all know that?
I don't think I knew that. Oh man,
his dad won the Heisman Trophy. And when I click on the picture, his dad's nickname is Old 98. Like, I'm like, I was just thinking to myself, his dad is the legendary Old 98 Tom Harmon. I'm like, what the fuck? No, the guy who is the all-time wins leader is Cy Young. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. My bad.
Cy Young is the all-time wins leader. Now, bruh, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Cy Young has 511 wins. Okay. Cy Young's career record is 511 wins.
Wow.
And 315 losses.
That motherfucker arm is dangling.
We can't count that.
No, you gotta count it. No, you gotta count it.
Bro, Joel, we can't count that. He's got. There's something.
You agreed when you were in society. When you agreed and you showed up and said you're a member of the NBA, you agreed to play by his bylaws. If he was in the NBA, this would be something different.
Cy Young played in 1911. He played for the Boston Rustlers. Okay, we can't. So I get what you're saying. I'm just going back. Yeah. I don't know if Wilt's 100-point game is exactly the same, but like some of these old records like this, Cy Young, 511 wins and 315 losses, bro. If a nigga gets to 270 wins right now, he dominated his era. Cy Young. So I'm just saying, there is something about modern records. Is all I'm trying to say.
But also the free throws, right? That's the big thing with this. So do you guys know how many free throws that Wilt shot in the 100-point game?
How many?
How many did he shoot?
32.
Damn.
Okay.
Did you know how many free throws Kobe shot in the 81-point game before?
27.
Right.
So like a Kobe fan would know that. That's right.
But it's crazy because like I didn't feel like that was ever a conversation. But 43, I think, is the reason why people watch the.
He couldn't help that they were fouling him. They would. They
were fouling him. And if you watch the first quarter, they were pressing to open this game. So like the Wizards were actually playing defense pretty heavily early on. They were pressing. They were doubling, they were fronting, and they just couldn't stop Bam Adebayo. So, like, as I watched the game, I actually came away more impressed than what I saw at the end of the game and with the stat line. So, like, I just want to give Bam a little bit of credit because I do think that a lot of people who push back didn't even watch the game. So, that's my only thing with the whole thing. 43 free throws it's easy.
So, you don't think it should count? You think, like, what is it? So,
I think it should count. I mean, he was incredible. So and then also you got Asia Wilson watching him, right?
But hold on for a second. But let's put this in context, though. So, number one, the Wizards are tanking.
Okay. Wow.
So, they're not trying to win the game. That's
Alex
the first
only
thing.
played 20 minutes. Okay. He did get dominated in those 20 minutes.
Yeah. The Wizards are tanking. So, they're not even trying to win the game. This game, to me, honestly, is all seriousness. I really do feel like this game will make people – this was you know how you have a blessing in disguise?
Yeah.
This is actually a fucking non-blessing in disguise. I don't know how to put it. But this really impressive sports feat for a lot of people is going to expose some real issues with the competition and some of the ways that the NBA is being played right now. I'm serious. The fact that they were tanking, what
year did Kobe do his 81? What year is it again?
This was 2005.
2006.
Okay, let me just go look.
The year that Shaq had gone to the Heat, they were going to win the championship with D Wade in the Heat in 2006. So that was why it was so impactful. Like the storytelling too with Kobe that year was so important because he's playing with Smush Parker and a bunch of nobodies, and he's putting up these insane numbers, basically saying like, "I'm still here and I can be that guy without Shaq."
So the Washington Wizards, they've won 16 games this year. Kobe put up his 81 against a team that went 27 and 55
against Jalen Rose. Yeah.
That was.
I mean, look, player. All I'm saying is they was trying to win. Look, you know what, Joe? Fuck you. It's like that's
what I'm saying. Y'all are unhinged.
And the free throw tactics. Also the line itself. He shot under 50%.
Yeah.
And in the game, the whole nine. All right.
He scored 83 points. I don't understand. The thing about it is that the Wizards aren't even that good. And actually, what happened is they fouled him a lot, and he didn't shoot 50%. Y'all like Kobe. Y'all don't care about efficiency. What are you talking about? The Kobe fans don't care. Now all of a sudden we care about efficiency.
Kobe was efficient in his game.
Man. I mean, bro.
What was it? Was Kobe efficient in the? Okay, now Joe, you'll say something, and then I'll come back with the fact. Was Kobe efficient in the 81-point game?
Yeah, I mean,
was Kobe efficient
for him? Yes. Yeah, I mean, he was very good in that game.
What was it? Tell me what it was. What was it?
I don't remember the percentage. Okay, Kobe fan, please don't waste my time. Look it up. You go ahead and tell me because you already have.
He was 28 of 46 from the field.
Oh,
that,
man.
my friend, is 61%. Wow. That's efficient in any fucking galaxy.
That's
7 of 13 from the three.
Okay.
That's over 50%.
Yeah.
18 of 20 from the free throw line in 42 minutes. And he had a block. So he was playing defense.
The third highest
Also, Smush Parker took 11 shots in that game.
Yeah. The third highest total scoring effort in NBA history was a very efficient game. It was quite a feat, and he remains one of 3 NBA players to score more than 81 points in the game. That's really impressive.
Only 3 turnovers. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Wizards. You
guys have no respect for Bam.
Hey, I do.
I have a lot of respect for Bam.
I know y'all do.
I do have a lot of respect
for Bam.
He got 83 points. I don't care how it happened or what it happened. It was an NBA game. It was regulation NBA game.
I love Bam.
If Joker
I've been following Bam since he was in high school.
Been doing it. If Wemby had done it, everybody would be on their dick. You know what I'm saying? But
Luka had 73 not too long ago. Dame had 71.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell had 71. Embiid had 70. Booker had 70.
Ant did it, everybody would
all this stuff
simultaneously orgasm.
But
you guys
it's
have no
different. It's not even the same league anymore. Okay,
that's the thing. This has happened 5 times since 2023 over 70.
This to me is becoming this types of explosions and all of this stuff. Bam Adebayo is a good player. He's a really good player.
He's an Olympian,
all-star.
All-star.
Yeah.
He's a versatile player.
Yeah.
He's all of that stuff, right?
Michael Beasley said he's the only player to ever beat him one-on-one.
Yeah, Beasley looks like a prophet right now. He looks like John the Baptist talking about Jesus.
Yeah. Tate. I like that type of shit. Look, shout out to Bam, man. I really don't want to, because this is like one of the most awesome things that could ever happen for Bam. So shout out to Bam. It's great. I do think that, the tanking, the gaming, the system, all of that stuff. It's not. It's a lot of people that's gonna look.
Points. This SEC fan not willing to take the L. It's it doesn't hurt Kobe's legacy. It won't make Kobe. It won't make Kobe not the second greatest shooting guard in NBA history because Bam has that record. Yeah, he is the second greatest,
most skilled player ever. Maybe Kevin Durant though. I'm not gonna lie. But look, it's like Kyrie tough. It's a long list of people right there.
It's a lot of guys.
Yeah. But like what I will say is this though, shout out to Bam. It's great. If you watch the whole game, a lot of my fellow Kobe stands, what you will see is that it is a really impressive scoring, boom, outpouring of buckets. If you turn it on from 70 points on, niggas gonna be like, what the fuck was this dumbass shit? Tate, I apologize for using the N-word. I know how that makes your shit bleed. But like, there's a lot of, it's not just us though. Ime Udoka, it's a lot of people out there.
But they all watch the end of the game. I really am convinced of that. I think a lot of people did what you said. Like even JJ said that. He was like, I turned it on when he had 70 points. And then I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
and
that's the same.
I'm looking at the headlines. The New York Times. How should fans process Bam Adebayo's 83-point night? See what I'm saying?
I mean, why can't they
are you accusing the New York Times? The New York Times?
Why can't they let him have it? I don't know. This is crazy.
A stand?
He scored 80. Nobody has ever seen that many points in an NBA game, to your point. Like, okay, the 100, let's just say there's no evidence of the 100-point game. The most points anybody has ever seen in NBA history in one game, and we're just talking about it like he committed some sort of crime against basketball, man. He scored it. I don't give a shit, man. The Wizards.
I think the Wizards committed the crime.
Yeah,
the Wizards committed the crime. Bro, I think the Wizards should be contracted. Man. I think they should take their franchise away. It's over for them. This is
next year. You realize they're going to have Anthony Davis and Trae Young next year, right? They might be pretty good.
Hey, I'm happy for them. I'll root for them to lose
Alex
every game that they ever play.
He looks good.
Everything
Alex
that's happened
got
cooked by Bam. Had Bam out there looking like Kareem.
Bam was out there wearing the niggas out. He's obviously a much better scorer than we thought because now he's number 2 in NBA history in points scored in an NBA game.
They need to let Bam cook. This is if I was Bam.
Yeah.
If I was Bam, I'd go in there right now and say, "Hey, re-sign me for the max, and I want 40 shots a game." Mm-hmm. Like it's Bam time.
B says that the thing that he doesn't like about the Heat, he was like, "There's no excuse for Bam not to be shooting 30 times a game." He's like, people have no idea how talented he is, but he just I don't know what he's capable of other than scoring 83 points in the NBA game, which is number 2 all time in the NBA.
I will say one thing that speaks to Bam's talent. There's only been 2 guys who were forwards that I know from Summer League that basically was told to play point guard because they wanted to see what it looked like. Dirk Nowitzki, when he was in Summer League, they were just like, you play point guard, and Bam Adebayo. So, like, I mean, he's always been in that conversation where people are like, he's ridiculously skilled.
Yeah, very
and
talented.
They kind of know what it is. But then he got, you get kind of put in a box as a big man, get limited a little bit, don't want to get too far outstretched. But he looked incredible in this game. We have to give him that much credit. The stamina alone is incredible.
It was fantastic.
Somebody should go break the record then, since it's so easy to do. Somebody should make that a point of
emphasis. What would Kobe fans do, Van, if Luka puts up 85?
That's what's got to happen.
He's top 5 right now. So here's the top 5. Wilt 100, Bam 83, Kobe 81, Wilt again 78, Luka 73, and then also David Thompson had 73 and Wilt also had 73 twice. So that's the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I'm looking at right now is who can come in and set things back right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send Tate some stuff right now because when we talk about scoring, I want Tate to be able to, because I know what I'm talking about. So I want you to read off what I'm sending you right here, okay?
Okay.
I want you to read this off. All right.
Who are you texting to? Are you putting in our text chat?
Hell nah. Because everything, like, because Joe, You are so against me.
I'm not against you. I'm not.
Yes, you are, bro.
I mean, I'm not. I don't. I just you're against
you like
Bam.
To root against me.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't. I didn't like LSU before I knew you, but also, I don't have a problem with Kobe, but I just people have got to accept.
You brought up dark secrets.
Secret. I mean, that's too bad. Yeah, I mean,
Tate, what does that say?
Here's what Van sent me. This is Hollywood basketball. This is 12/7, 2011, right? Week 3. Stats accumulation and update here. Is it Saif number 1?
Yeah.
All right. He's from the old guys. He only played 2 games, but 64 points. So he's averaging 32 points per game. Number 2 on the list, Vic from the Trojans, 3 games, 93 points, 31 points per game. Number 3, just like Kobe, Trojans, 3 games, 88 points, 29.3 points per game.
30 points a game.
Van Lathan. So now you and Kobe are both number 3, man.
Really?
30 points
and
a
Michael
game.
Jordan.
Wait, what team is this?
Four-time
Hollywood basketball.
Four-time Hollywood basketball champion. With shout out to my man Vic. Oh, guys, look at how me and Vic was running it. Vic is averaging 31. I'm averaging 29. All right, for like
it was like KD and Russ out there.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah, we getting up shots. Me and Vic. Shout out to Vic.
It's not easy. It's not easy to score that many points per game. As
it came down over the season. Over the course of the season, I ended up averaging about 26 and 9. So when when you're talking to me, Joel, and you're talking about scoring, just remember I've known what it's like.
To
have to go out and score in the men's rec league.
Hey,
what ethical scoring looks like.
What's the most points you've ever scored in a regulation game? Because I have a pretty good total on that one. You know what I'm saying?
44.
Okay. Well, no. Damn.
Is that like school basketball?
Yeah, I'm talking about school basketball.
Nah. School basketball is like 28 points.
Okay.
Yeah, school basketball for me is 21 points.
I had 23 in a 7th grade game. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fuck I'm talking about, Joe.
23 versus Patrick Henry High School, middle school.
We talk about stats that matter. What's the most rushing yards you ever had in high school? Because that had to be pretty impressive. Yeah, that had to be pretty impressive. You went to
188.
I thought it would be higher.
Nah, I had no bunch of yards. 188.
How many carries? Do you remember?
Yeah, how many carries?
Oh man, I had like an 85-yard run.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you broke one off.
So you broke one off. So then
so it was I think it was like 18 carries, something like that.
Was 18 for 188? I was hating before. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm
that's
really nice.
That's pretty good, man.
That's pretty
good. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater.
No, you're
bro, man. But like Hollywood, bro. That's what's up.
No, you're a hater.
And you had more points than me in the regulation.
That's the type of game. Just think about that weekend. How awesome! Because your dad took you to get food after that, huh? He was like, "Son, you did good," and y'all went to Sizzler.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had a good time. Yeah, man. I'm sure he's very proud.
Yeah, it's very proud. Like that always used to be so much fun.
Getting in the car after a good game.
Getting in the car, your daddy on the phone. He's like, telling, hey, what you think? What you think Van did tonight? What you think Van did?
Yeah.
Nah. What you think Van did tonight? What you think Van did tonight? That used to be so much fun, bro.
Man, dog, you really hit me.
Also, in a away game, just going to eat with your teammates after.
Just going to eat with your teammates. Like we going to Taco Bell. We in there.
Go to
we in your town. We in your town. It's like, hey, we just fucked y'all up, bro.
I'm gonna need some extra honey mustard.
Yeah, like my body radiated feeling like trying to feel that moment again. Like you just felt like that is such a dope feeling to have that like it really doesn't last that long in life, man. Like getting into the car after a good game. Man, they made fun of this dude. He played for Boston College and they were interviewing him at the the podium after I guess maybe it was either the ACC or the NCAA tournament.
It was the NCAA tournament.
And they asked him like, "Yo, what are you going to miss most?" And he starts crying. He's like, going to get food. And I was like, yo, but I totally got what he was getting emotional about, man. Like going to get Chinese buffet after football practice on Saturday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dennis Clifford. Yeah, that was a great moment. But it was so real. Like anyone that's played team sports, you're like, man, that is kind of the best. Like the bus ride after a win is like the most fun,
Yeah.
We went to Lake Charles play a game. We played a game. It's like we leaving. Stop and get something to eat. I was like, where y'all from? We from Baton Rouge. We just fucked over y'all.
Yeah,
it was just, all that stuff was fun, bro.
We had our coach in 10th grade tell us if we won, he'd take us to Hooters, and we won, and we all got to go to Hooters.
Bro,
it was like, he was like, you can't tell anybody. You know what?
Can I tell you something about him? He should be arrested. That's not right. Like, can I tell you something about him? That was some weird shit.
It's kind of
like, can I tell you something about him? What's his name?
We're a bunch of high schoolers. We were lit.
Hold on.
We were
Let
lit.
me go to jmail.com. This is the Jeffrey Epstein email client. What's his name? I gotta put it in.
No, we're redacted. Hey, man, we swore an oath, you know.
It's okay. Yeah, don't make him put his boy out there, man. He was trying to do him a favor, man. I get what he was going for.
Hey, he motivated the team, you know, a bunch of high schoolers.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. I mean, actually, if Hooters isn't for high school students, like, who is it for?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a high school, college
I guess
student.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I feel like I guess that's okay.
I just thought that was the funniest motivation, you know. Like, I've never seen guys on my team play so hard.
Let me just ask you a question. If a 47-year-old man came up to you and he's like, yo, let's go get something to eat on Saturday. You're like, yeah, that's what's up. Yo, let's go to Hooters. Like, you'd be like,
I'm like, that's weird. Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying?
Like, Hooters had its heyday, though. Is there a Hooters? So we got to go to Hooters when Joel comes back.
Oh, man, come on, dog.
I think they got rid of the one in Hollywood.
There was one in Hollywood. There was one in
I think I may have incriminated one of my homies, dog. Damn.
I
think I incriminated my whole team and my coach.
Damn. Oh, man. Oh, man. I didn't even think about that. My bad. Well, anyway. Yeah, but yeah, no, man. Yeah, man. Hooters did have its say like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, this is mid 2000s.
Bro,
you know?
when I used to cover spring training for the Astros, so I had to go down to Kissimmee, Florida for 2 springs. Bro, that's like where everybody, the Hooters and that area was like
Hooters in Florida.
It was a hub of activity because Hooters was founded in Clearwater, which is just totally Tampa appropriate. Like, you can if you've been to Tampa before, you could totally understand how Hooters got started.
Yeah, Hooters and Scientology. That's Tampa there.
Yeah, that's right.
Put it together. To wrap it back up, Bam Adebayo.
Yeah,
I feel like it's ethical. I'm with it. After I watched,
Tate.
I've come all the way around. I was a little bit turned off when I watched the end of that game, but after I watched it, Bam, it was incredible stamina to get all those shots up.
Bro.
That's the hardest part, to get all those shots up and continue to play at that level. So 83 points. Shout out to Bam Adebayo, a.k.a. Idris Adebayo. Also, the moment with his mom, that was a great moment.
Bro, man, that dude has come a long way, man. You know, like, he deserves to be there. He's worked really hard. He sacrificed a lot of his game for it.
It takes nothing away from Kobe, Van. It takes nothing away from Kobe.
We should celebrate this moment for this great guy, also who was an Olympian when that used to matter. You know what I mean? Like, so it's part of your record. And then everybody's shitting on him and being like, Kobe, like, nah, man, the thing about the thing about the Wizards is that they're tanking, see? And Kobe, he had to actually earn his shot. He didn't have any assists, right? It was all on the and nobody else had any assists that night. He scored all his buckets alone. You know what I'm saying? And also, Sam Mitchell put a trap on the floor. It's like all kind of shit to put some sort of, sauce.
Hey, they were double teaming Bam
and
all the way down the stretch.
Yeah. Let Bam have his moment, dog.
You know why? Because the shit was getting out of hand. So look, this is what I'm saying. Shout out to Bam, though. All jokes aside, seriously, a really impressive feat from a guy who, by all rumors and notions and thoughts, never heard a bad word about him. But so shout out to Bam. It's an amazing thing to accomplish, and that's why we should examine it in context.
Right.
Also, like Bam and Asia Wilson, that's kind of like our love in basketball, power couple. That's the best couple we got going in basketball.
She was sitting with him at the podium post game.
That was a little much.
Okay. She was sitting with him at the podium post game, answering questions.
I really hope this works out for them, man. I really don't want it. I mean, for anybody,
I think it is working out. I think they're good.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you could easily imagine a scenario 10 years from now that Bam Adebayo is married to somebody else totally different.
You're saying it could be a Candace Parker,
Sheldon Williams situation. 10 years later, it'd be 10 years later, the anniversary. Bam Adebayo scored 83 points, and he's sitting in a room with his new wife, and then they show him after the game where Asia's sitting right there next to him, and it'd be like, it just would be awkward. But he'll be number 2 all time. So that will assuage the awkwardness.
All right. Any final shots? Any final thoughts on this? I feel like we covered it well. Man, anything else?
Yeah. No, I don't have anything else to say besides the fact that I sincerely am happy.
You really seem like,
I am sincerely happy. Like all jokes aside, I'm sincerely happy for Bam. Like, he's a good guy.
Let's talk USA baseball. There's a lot of talk always about USA basketball and how the end is coming, even though they continue to dominate the Olympics every single year. And now we get to the World Baseball Classic, and now we have a situation where Italy, Mexico, and how that game ends up is now going to determine what happens with USA baseball. Joel, you were already in the trenches on Twitter, tweeting out videos from days ago, talking about Bryce Harper, talking about the World Baseball Classic, and having to fight against baseball fans. Are we in a crisis period for USA baseball, Joel? How do you feel about that?
I mean, actually, this is totally in keeping with what they do. I mean, they haven't won a gold in international play since 2017. You know what I mean? Like, baseball is an American sport. Like, it's
but they got the heavy hitters playing.
The American, I mean, I just, if the USA men's basketball team, and the only reason I take up for them, probably for obvious reasons, we can talk about if people want to go there or not. I just think I hear all these unfair critiques about the culture of American basketball. People talk about the AAU circuit and street agents and one and dones. I'm tired of this. And they don't play hard in the All-Star game no more. It's all this shit. And I'm like,
nobody does the dunk contest.
Nobody does the dunk contest. But we have the best basketball players in the world and always have. And they show up for every Olympics or whatever. And when they lose, it is a calamity. Right? Mm-hmm. Like even
when they win, people
like, and people don't even like them. Yeah, it's like, man, you know what? They didn't beat Serbia they only beat Serbia by 24, man. Things are looking, it's like that's the standard they have. But the American baseball team is free to go out there and not even fucking know what the stakes of the game are. Right?
They might not even make it out of the group stage.
Yeah. They didn't know what the stakes of the game were. And then they were copping pleas before, and sorry for the people that are being very pedantic about that on Twitter. My bad. I was waking up in the morning, trying to get my son up, and I just tweeted.
They're not being pedantic. You put something up there. It was wrong.
They're being pedantic, but it didn't change the argument. You know something about that because you did it the night before when you created a whole scenario about Kobe. I saw your tweets.
I lied on purpose.
Okay.
Like, that was a purposeful lie. Oh, so I do know, but go ahead, Joe, finish, because I got something to say after.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah. So I just get tired. I get tired of that people talk about our men's basketball team like that, and it's just they can't. Their successes are just like the baseline. It's like, all right, you did what you were supposed to do. The American baseball team. I mean, the one thing about the American baseball team is they got lucky that this Bam shit happened, that the Max Crosby trade happened, and all that other shit, because people will really be freaking out if they had they had it all to themselves, I think. But I don't think it still is like an excuse. And it's like the American basketball, people in American basketball, they put out talent, they deliver, and you know what I'm saying? And I just don't feel like they ever get credit for it. Like, there's always a complaint about the game.
In 2004, the one time they didn't, it was like the sky is falling. They revamped the entire system, and Larry Brown got blamed for everything, put like a black mark on his whole career, and everybody talks bad about him as a basketball coach because of that. Tim Duncan and Allen Iverson got a lot of blame. You know what I mean? There was a lot of stuff that happened.
They shouldn't have lost.
And they lost in 2004.
They shouldn't have lost, but I mean.
So I have a couple of things to say about this.
Okay.
Number one, they lost to Italy, right?
Yeah.
So it's a guy on Italy's team that was born in Baton Rouge. No bullshit.
Well, there's a lot of that in international sports. Yeah.
Aaron Nola is a right-handed pitcher. He pitched for the Phillies. He from Baton Rouge, dog. Like, I'm looking at the Italian team. Legitimately, on the entire Italian team that beat the U.S., there are three players that were born in Italy.
Damn.
The rest of these guys are from Greenock, Pennsylvania, Springfield, Illinois, Troy, Michigan, Tampa, Florida, Cleveland, Ohio, Port Orange, Florida, Canton, Ohio, Brick Township, New Jersey, Brooklyn, Wayne, New Jersey, Spokane, Mount Kisco, New York, Anaheim, Toms River, New Jersey. That's where they make all the baseball players, the younger kids. Dearborn, San Raymond, McLean, Virginia.
So basically,
Massillon, Ohio. It's everybody on the squad is
either way we win. Yeah. Okay.
Like it's like I'm looking at the whole thing when we're talking about it, at least in the like shit that you're talking about, the majority of the players, you get players that play whatever.
I mean, Joel Embiid played for the U.S. I mean,
Joel Embiid played for the U.S., but Joel Embiid is born in Africa.
Exactly.
He played for the U.S., got citizenship. You get Karl Anthony Towns and some guys that do this and stuff like that. But I'm looking at this shit. The real thing that they should be upset about is a lot of these guys that beat them are minor league baseball players.
Mm-hmm.
So they are not on their level. Like, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minor league players on this that was getting busy on them. They got busy. So, like, all I'm saying is, like, I'm looking at this, and I understand everything that Joel is saying is correct about holding USA baseball to a standard. But I'm looking at the World Baseball Classic, and I go to Great Britain. Bruh, go to the Great British team. Damn. When you go to the Great British team, it's...
Wait, how are you looking at all this up, Dirk?
Because I'm on Wikipedia. Yeah, like, I'm looking at the Tampa, Florida, La Jolla, California, Corona, California, Key West, Florida, Tacoma, Washington, Chester, Virginia. It's all of these guys from the United States and like 6 niggas from the islands. That's the whole team.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the World Baseball. Okay, now other countries, you get the Japanese. Shout out to
DR, Dominican Republic has all their guys. Japan's got all their guys.
Yeah, so it's only a couple of teams. It's not everybody.
When they link up against the greats. I mean, you make a very good point. I do consider that America is providing most of the pool, but then that's a problem of talent identification, or our national team is not taking these games seriously enough.
They partied after the Monday game.
They would never.
They were
the
already
men's
out of the
basketball
group stage.
team would never be able to pull that shit. It's like, oh man, we actually went hard the other night, bro. And like, we came out here and fucked it up, man. Sorry. Like, just imagine.
DeRosa said they thought they had already moved on.
Yeah.
It's another team that's a full American team with one player from there, but I can't really.
Bro, you're looking on Wikipedia. Where's the current team?
So it's like the 2026 World Baseball Classic rosters. You can use this site called Google to
Google is bad. Find. It's not a great. Okay, hold on, bro. I'm looking up because I didn't know if they had the current roster, dog.
So
how were you able to
Great Britain, Italy, and even Mexico. Mexico has a lot of Americans on it, which you wouldn't think because they love baseball down there.
And they got their own leagues down there and schools.
Mm-hmm. It's a dude from Shreveport on the Mexican team. I mean,
what high school? What high school did he go to?
In Shreveport, let's see. Tawan Walker. He was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. He is actually he moved to California. So anyway.
Oh man, damn. Okay, that was gonna be.
Can I give the scenario? Can I give the scenarios for what's gonna? So if Italy beats Mexico, then USA is in the quarterfinals. If Mexico beats Italy and scores at least 5 runs, USA and Mexico are in. Italy is out. If Mexico beats Italy and scores 4 or fewer runs, Mexico and Italy are in. USA is out. So like that game is happening at 4 Pacific time. So
it's not happening. Okay.
Isn't baseball Isn't baseball still a much more international sport than basketball is, though?
I don't know.
So let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Can I tell you what I mean by that, please? Can I please tell you what I mean by that?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's stopping you.
So think about players of the past that came to Major League Baseball. Think about guys like Hideo Nomo, not Hideo.
Ichiro.
Think about guys like Ichiro, but even before then, like going all the way back to Roberto Clemente.
I was just about to say Roberto Clemente.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
they called him
that's
Bob.
an all-time. That's an all-time great, right? That's an all-time great at that time that was from another country. Basketball, what I mean is baseball has been an international commodity for a much, much longer time than basketball has. Basketball is played everywhere. It's a huge international sport, but still in many ways catching up to the United States in terms of infrastructure, build out, talent evaluation, all of that stuff. A lot of this stuff has only really exploded in the last 30 years. It's not that they haven't played. I mean, we lost to the Soviets in 88. So obviously there was enough. I mean, Soviets fucking half of the world. So obviously there was enough to compete with the Americans then. But when you look at baseball, you got baseball in Japan. You got like huge baseball in Japan, baseball in the Caribbean, all that stuff. It's been there for a very, very long time. So the parity that exists internationally in baseball is generations deep, generations long, or at least a couple of generations longer than basketball is.
I mean, I see that you're going to treat the U.S. men's basketball team like you did BAM. And when she's gonna be like, yeah, man, they did a really good job. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They do a
That's
really
not what
good
happened.
job. Yeah, but I feel like you copping pleas for the baseball team. They need to go show up. They're not even. The thing is, given all
I would say Japan's number one right now.
Yeah, bro, they still should win.
Japan been kicking ass for a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
I get again, like the game, it's a lot of its origins, like it was organized, was here, started here in this country, or at least this continent. We've had a long time to play baseball. It was our alleged pastime. People spend a lot of money and go through whatever our baseball pathways are into college, into the MLB, and everything else. Like baseball just avoids a lot of scrutiny. And now maybe that could just be because people don't give a fuck about baseball no more. You know, it could just be that. Like it could be like, well, we pay attention to baseball every now and again. But I just kind of feel like all these other national teams get away with underperforming, but the ones with the brothers like show up, they win all the time. They don't do shit else.
It's race.
You're some of it.
You're saying it's race.
A little bit, just a little.
Race.
So
you're saying, so let's talk about
just
it.
A little.
By the way, I just learned right now for the first time that Abner Doubleday did not invent baseball.
Really?
Wait,
what was Abner Doubleday's claim to fame?
So Abner Doubleday was...
Man, he's got a soldier suit on. What the hell was this about to be about?
He's a Civil War general.
Oh, shit. Union.
Yeah. And they were saying that he invented baseball. And I thought this for a whole... until right now.
I think this was taught, right?
This is crazy the way they wrote it in Wikipedia, man.
I did not know that Abner Doubleday did not invent baseball. They invented a myth that he invented baseball like 13 years after he passed away.
Wow.
They don't invent no myths like this about black guys, bro.
But
like
also,
that we did special shit.
I tell you,
maybe Wilt's 100-point game. I don't know.
Maybe so.
I tell you what, man. But they sure did come down with a hammer in the end of the lead here. This claim has been thoroughly debunked by baseball. So
who came up with it?
About how much bullshit the Abner Doubleday claim was? They're like, don't leave here confused about what really happened. He didn't have shit to do with this.
Do they have the real origins on there?
Yeah,
because I feel like that was taught. You know what I mean? Like people.
Yeah, this is so. Just recently, or maybe it was earlier today, I was looking up baseball and they're talking about, the origins of the game, probably from Ireland and like the North Great Britain or whatever. And then it came over here and then it started in like, northeastern provinces in Canada or whatever, and then filtered down. And you kind of like, you can imagine that that's how it happened as a kid, right? Or as an adult. Like when you think about it, you're like, of course, like it wasn't just one guy one day that had the idea to hit a ball with a bat, right? But I thought like the Abner Doubleday thing was like the logical conclusion of that. Like he was the first person to be like, we should play on a diamend and do all this other shit.
Yeah. You know like, put the rules in. Yeah.
But they acting like he ain't had shit to do with it. So, I guess I was fucked up. We had it fucked up.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie, bruh. I kind of got deep into Abner Doubleday's Wikipedia.
Bro, and it's fascinating.
Apparently Abner Doubleday was, have y'all ever heard of Theosophy? Have you guys ever heard of Theosophy?
No, I'm not.
Man, click on this Theosophy thing on Abner Doubleday's page. It's a symbol. It looks like a theosophical. It looks like it looked like you see what's at the top of that bitch.
I was like, oh man,
what's it look like?
You see what's at the top of that bitch?
Oh my god,
bro. It looks like
I don't know. I'm gonna Google this.
Shout out to Theosophy. I don't know that. I don't know anything about it. So this is the first time, legitimately, this is happening in real time. I'm on Abner Doubleday's.
I'm gonna have
Wikipedia.
to sit down with this because
I'm gonna have to read more about Theosophy.
Do
you see the symbol?
I'm looking now. Oh my god.
Okay, click it. Look at the symbol at the top. It's the star, and then it's a snake. This is all bad shit together.
Yeah, no,
it couldn't be good. It just couldn't be good.
But I think that this is before though. So the symbol up at the top, that's before.
Okay.
It hasn't come around yet. So I don't know. Y'all go look up Theosophy, and apparently it's invented by Helena Blavatsky, and it was based largely on her writings. And Doubleday was a part of this in some way. Is interesting.
No matter how bad I can sometimes think our generation has it, you read some shit like this, Doubleday, the son of such and such, was born in Boston. Oh, I thought he was literally born in a spa. That's the name of the town. Oops, my bad.
Oh, it's crazy.
Crazy.
But I'll say
the point stands that like life was much harder back then. You know what I mean? Like even for a guy like having a Doubleday. The family all slept in the attic aloft of the one-room house.
So you're making the distinction between American baseball and American basketball, and you're saying that the basketball players are treated differently because of race.
Okay. I think in part, I don't sum the whole response up to that, but it's a part of the critique, I believe.
Okay. Can I give maybe a notion that you might contend with?
Okay, go for it. Yeah, do it.
Okay. So American basketball is obviously, has before this point that I'm about to mention, had a tradition of winning. Had lost a couple of times, but it was a big deal when they lost. But the Dream Team set a standard and a dominance for American basketball.
Yeah.
That for a lot of people is very enduring. So when you have Jordan and Barkley and Malone and, Christian Laettner, and when you have all of those guys out there, you're
also Elijah
dominating.
played for USA in '96.
Clyde Drexler.
He came back and played. He played. But
that's what I'm saying. If you watch in '92, '96, those are like hard to beat those teams.
Well, just to let y'all know, Elijah Wan's numbers from '88 and from '89, '90 are sick. So when everybody's telling me about players that have done stuff and we ain't never seen it before, Elijah Wan, 23, 14, and 4.6 blocks. I don't want to hear the bullshit. Okay, I want to hear this. I don't want to hear it. Okay,
he's great. Yeah,
and that's
my favorite basketball.
That's before he even apex offensively. A couple of years later, the numbers would get up to 30. The blocks and stuff would come down. Anyway, but what I'm saying is that like there is a cultural connection to the Dream Team as being this sort of mascot of American dominance that might make USA basketball be judged in a different way than USA baseball. USA baseball internationally was always an amateur sport until recently. Same thing with basketball, but there was never really a dominant team that went out there and swacked everybody and was like so evident of or representative, should I say, of America falling from grace. If you go from the Dream Team beating everybody by 35, 40 points in 92 to the
losing
Americans
to Carlos Arroyo.
Losing to Carlos Arroyo, not even 10 years later, basically 10 years later, then you're going to get a lot of people that go, what the fuck is wrong with USA basketball? Is that fair?
I think that's a part of it, but the thing is that it's not just a critique of the national team. It's a critique of the pipeline that creates the national team. Like from the grassroots up. The whole way, if you're an American basketball player, you are being sort of judged unfairly, and there's a complaint about who's coaching you, how many times a year you're playing, what you may demand for your services before you get to college. Once you're in college, people may have problems with that, or you transferred here to pursue this opportunity. Then you get to become a professional, one of the best in the world, and then you might be during an exhibition game be like, you know what? I don't feel like running full speed in this game, and people will hate you for it, or get mad at you, or complain about it for a whole week. And then the same thing if you play in the Olympics, and you just like, well, goddamn, man, they beat France by 8 points in France. That's not enough for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of
again that goes back to the standard though. The standard is so high.
I just think that, but the what I'm talking about is the whole culture. Is just like we think the culture is poisonous, and there's been complaints about basketball culture the entire time I've been alive. First, people blame.
I think the discourse is definitely poisonous. These days,
and AAU, but nobody applies the same scrutiny to baseball pipelines that produce a national team that tremendously underperforms because other teams have been playing baseball. They started 40 years after we did, all this other shit. I mean, again, I'm not saying that's not legit, and you were right that the Dream Team may have bended people's expectations in a way that subsequent Dream Teams can't possibly meet. But again, I just would like to see the same scrutiny. We are so happy and cheer for the gymnasts, the whatever we do, swimming, all that shit. But you just don't see that with basketball.
Ice skating.
Yeah, when these motherfuckers decide, well, I don't think I want to go play in the Olympics, man, because first of all, like, people gonna be mad anyway. I want my summer. I want to heal. Then people criticize you for not wanting to play for the national team, but it's not.
That's what happened in 04. Like Jason Kidd didn't want to play. There was a bunch of guys that didn't play.
Yeah, people just like. I mean,
also
I
in
can understand
04,
wanting to play.
Also in 04, that there was still a belief. What really happened was, in my opinion, there was a belief that we could send sort of second tier NBA guys out there, and that we would still win.
Yeah,
and that's not true anymore.
That's not true.
And that was
and they
also
forced LeBron to be on the team, Carmelo to be on the team. Like, let's get these guys on the team. Yeah.
So there was a thought that we could send those guys out. That's why the Redeem team was like, "Hey, we are sending the best of the best of the best, sir."
And that's why they sent Kobe, because they needed Kobe.
They needed Kobe.
They needed Kobe, and when it was time to go get the game in the fourth quarter,
Kobe did the.
He
said, "Clear out,
get clear out." When it was time to go get the game in the fourth quarter, even though them youngsters was out there getting it, who did they have to turn to? The Bean. Now look, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this World Baseball Classic roster, and you know. Am I tripping that we could do better than this? Like,
I mean, having Judge, having Cal Raleigh, having Skeens, that's a good group.
Okay, Skeens is out there. Okay, Schoolball is out
Schwarber.
there. Okay, but like, I'm looking at the team. This is these guys right here. Okay, these are the best. I guess these are, because you got Bryce Harper, you got Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw's on that bitch for some reason. You got Schwarber, Skeens, the Scoble from Detroit.
The American basketball team very, very rarely gets everybody too, by the way. Like, everybody that's great in any given year. That's why, again, in some years, Tyrese
Crow Armstrong, fast as shit. P. Crow Armstrong from the Cubs is on. Yeah, I guess you got the guys.
Andy
Trout's probably the biggest name that's not playing for the USA.
Andy Pettit, man, I did not know he was a coach there. Oh man,
he's the coach. Andy
Pettit's 53 years old. That makes me feel so old, man. Wow,
man, he's a beast.
Andy Pettit. So he was, but once again, if you look at the Major League Baseball situation, there's just so many more international players that are elite baseball players. Just so many more. I mean,
the biggest show is Shohei. I mean, it's not. It's not an American
else.
player.
Fuck that. Nah, hell nah. He's something else. I like
tighten up baseball culture. Get the street agent side of the game. Take some responsibility. Stop being entitled athletes. Show up. Don't get toasted while you're representing our country.
I want that to get aggregated. Joel saying that about USA Baseball.
Yeah,
seeing their reaction.
Don't embarrass our country. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and give less than half an effort. Is that's typical. That's what people probably think about America.
Joel's going to America first on baseball.
We think we can roll everything out there, and other people are going to be scared by America. And that, I apply that to a lot of different realms right now. And it ain't enough. So maybe actually the American baseball team is the most American team when you come think of it. But go ahead.
Does it? Last thing I'll say, truly, does it change your situation at all?
No.
The way you look at this, that a lot of this criticism about basketball culture comes from within basketball culture. Like, I see a lot of older basketball guys like make this criticism about basketball.
It's a lot of hating. Yeah.
I'm just saying that I think it comes from I saw Steve Nash do this. I've seen a lot of people that are within basketball culture essentially act as if they're policing their own culture.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to say this without it bringing people down. So I had to let that one go. Well, I was just like, some of the most racist people you'll meet are Black people. You know what I mean? And so, like, sometimes people reserve the right to be overly critical and be influenced by the dominant narrative about yourself. And you can really take that and then apply a hypercritical lens without looking at the landscape here. And the bottom line is, the American men's basketball team is the best international program in international sports history. There's not a better one.
5 straight.
No, it's not even a question. Nothing fucks with them. And I just hear so much about it. And the Americans can be like, well, man, they playing against a bunch of other Americans. And actually, we missing Mike Trout. And also, they didn't know that they had to play hard in that game. And they didn't know that they had to play hard that game. It was like,
Joel said no excuses, play like a champion.
Yeah, play like a champion.
Play like a champion. Hey, y'all, I got a couple of just one news. I don't know how this just broke.
Uh-oh.
This is big.
What?
The Target boycott has come to an end.
Wow, really?
Jamal Bryant went to Washington, D.C.
He's up here.
And he announced that the boycott of Target has come to an end. So Tate, I know that you were boycotting Target in solidarity with us.
Of course.
But if you need something, I'm gonna go to Target when I leave here.
What?
I'm gonna go to Target. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I saw J. Cole was getting in trouble.
But wait,
having his vinyls.
They're not. Target isn't changing anything. They're not gonna roll back any of their. They're not gonna restore any of the programs they cut. How did Jamal Bryant? I mean, again, this was his idea, so up to him to decide if the boycott's on or off. But I mean, right now, I'm looking here. It didn't seem like Target.
You think there's some payola here, Joel?
Yeah, Target's not doing any concessions. There are no new commitments, no reversals. Bryant said he is satisfied that Target remains committed to DEI. Okay, good. All right, man. I have to be honest.
Joel's still boycotting.
Joe, I need your take, bro. That's why I put this.
Okay, well, I
need your take.
I mean, look, I'll boycott shit if I think it's a good thing, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I had not been going to Target. I will admit, a few times I did go to Target because they were the only place that sold the vegan macaroni and cheese that my son can eat. Okay, but other than that, I was like, man, I could go get that from somewhere else. And the supermarket around here, did it. But I mean,
Whole Foods, where you're willing to tussle.
Yeah, well, then also, again, I mean, it ain't like Whole Foods has the best politics in the world either. So it's just I'm really making a lot of difficult choices every time. There's no ethical behavior in capitalism. So I kind of I understood what Jamal Bryant wanted to do. I generally supported it, but I mean, it didn't seem like we made a lot of fuss and anything happened. But again, he was trying to do something that was very ambitious and he pulled it off in a way that very few people could, but it's just like,
the boycott was effective. He was hurting Target.
Yeah, he hurt it.
Yeah.
But the
boycott was
people
effective.
are publicly
But what
shaming
about the
people for
DEI
going to
shit
Target.
though, man? I mean, they're gonna still haul brothers?
We'll have more on this on Higher Learning Friday.
Man,
I think you should bring Joel on to talk about it.
He won't bring me on. He won't bring me on to Higher Learning. I already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I will.
He ain't gonna bring me on, Doug.
Well, shout out to Target. I guess it sounds like it was something good there.
I guess. Yeah, you have to ask Jamal Bryant about it.
I mean, what did he get?
He seems to have all the details. Van, what do you think? Did you boycott Target?
I boycotted Target so effectively.
I don't go to Target.
I removed Target from my life. So now, like, it's seriously.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I needed a whiteboard for some shit, and I went to Office Max for the whiteboard, all of this different shit. Go Staples, whatever. I boycotted it so effectively that Target was removed from my regular shit.
Wow.
So it now is like I'm passing up Targets like they're not even there. On some Jamal Bryant told me not to go to Target shit. So I guess the question is now, what now?
Yeah. I mean, again, Jamal Bryant worked on me too. I just stopped going. And then one time when my mama was here, she came back with some Target bags. And I was like, Mama, you shopping at
Target hits in suburbia.
Yeah.
Hey, I've always loved Target.
Yeah. Target's dope.
I mean to cut you off.
No. I mean, I don't have nothing to add. I was just saying the Target was dope.
Can I give you some more?
I've always loved Target. I'd say this. Target used to have popcorn. And it really started going down to me after they got the popcorn.
They didn't have that in North Carolina.
Bro, when you used to go into Target, you would smell the popcorn. They had a little snack bar.
Oh man.
Where you go get popcorn. You go get like it's a big deal. You go get popcorn. You go get like a slushy. or like a fucking hot dog or whatever
They had
over
ices
there.
The
there.
hot
Yeah,
dog.
they
They can
did.
still,
Ices,
and some of
there
those they
was
still got
ices.
them, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they have them anymore. And I think that's because businesses and chains came into the Targets. Like they got a Starbucks in the Target now, or they got a Coffee Bean in the Target.
They
or
had
got
a Subway.
Starbucks took
Target.
over.
They got a Subway in the
They had a
Target.
Subway when I went to one time.
And I think I remember the Target right over here, not too far from where we're at, on La Brea and Melrose.
Oh, I know.
You just go in there and get, you just go in there and get the popcorn and that whole
Get a
deal.
Best Buy right there. Well,
Best Buy the whole 9, bro.
Bro, one time.
All the Blu-rays are Best
The
Buy.
first time when I moved to Atlanta, the day I moved to Atlanta, I lived in Piedmont area, which is Van Mayer. The Gold Cup. You remember the Gold Cup strip club?
Hell yeah.
So literally, my apartment was across the street from that down Piedmont, and there was a Target right there. Like I went down a side street and I could go to Target. And so the first time I had to go anywhere in fucking Atlanta. I've just moved in Atlanta. I'm getting settled. And I go to Target, and right there in front of me, as soon as I walk in, was Candy Burris selling books, man. Lingerie. It was something.
That's crazy.
It was the first thing I saw, man. I was like, wow, Atlanta's crazy. I saw Candy Burris the first time I did shit in Atlanta, dog. But what was the point of this? Oh yeah, Target, man, was a nice little place, bro. I mean, but Jamal Bryant, bro, give us some more guidance. We really need because I don't know what to do now. I've been boycotting it for all this time. Or it stopped going, and now I need to know, like, if I need to go there today with my son to waste some time, am I allowed?
I think you're allowed. That's what Van said.
Okay.
I mean, it's over.
Van, you got Jamal Bryant's number in your phone, don't you? You could probably text him.
I'm supposed to go up there and do like a thing on the Black Church. I don't think I've ever met him. I'm supposed to go do a State of the Black Church thing, and I didn't go because I told the people I'm just gonna be up there. Like dissing the church the whole time. I don't think y'all want me to come to the thing. But I think that's kind of what they wanted me to do. They want to have the conversation. Look, Jamal Bryant, I think all of this was great. I'm going to have to read a little bit more and figure out like what Target decided to do. Yeah. But I tell you what, if it's like Newark Church sponsored by Target type shit, it's not, I don't think that's what happened. I gotta go. I don't want to be overly negative, but I don't know. That just broke while we were on. So that
I just realized that Jamal Bryant's in Baltimore, man. That's right up the street from me. I thought it was Atlanta. Oh, is it in Atlanta? I thought he was in Baltimore for some reason. Well, it doesn't matter. But I'm not gonna really go. I'm just saying that. Van, the thing about fuck, man. I don't know what I was about to say. Damn.
Glitch out.
Help me. It was about Jamal Bryant.
Target. Boycotts. Baltimore. Oh, Billy Gill's not here.
Gill's not here.
You're lucky because Billy would jump in right now.
He would jump in right about now. I can't remember what it was going to be about. It was
Billy's crazy. In Sweden, just to give the tailgaters an update. Shit. He's in Sweden with the Spotify exec.
Dog, how did he? Billy got 2 kids just like me.
You're huffing and puffing about.
He be gone all the time. How is he able to do this shit?
I don't know.
How is he able to do it?
Figure it out.
He's in Sweden right now. I'm up here like, man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to Sweden, man, because got the kids and all. I mean, damn. Good for.
Maybe
for
the stuff that you say is bullshit.
What?
Maybe saying that maybe Billy is living proof that you can
that you can get it done. Yeah.
That you can get it done. Maybe
it should be a motivator, not a detractor.
I mean, unless you're saying that Billy's not like a good dad, which we know.
Well, you got it. The thing is like,
or maybe he's such a good
I don't
dad,
know his house.
Do that and be a dad.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, I don't know his house. You know what I'm saying? But
everybody
lives
not
different.
You make decision. You blaming your wife.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Well, I know my house. You know what I mean? I know my house. I know like what is required when I'm not here. The personality is involved.
That is true. You got to know the house rules.
Yeah, right. You gonna play. Yeah, every house ain't the same.
Like I do the cleaning, I do the trash. You know what I mean? Like you got like your duties that you
do. I do whatever's asked, bro. It's like that's the house rule.
Yeah,
the house rule is this is the house rule. Can I play the game?
Damn.
Can a nigga play the game for 10 minutes, bro? That's the house rule.
I mean, look at that. You get to play a game, man.
Work my ass off. Can a nigga play the game? Can I play? That's the rule. Can I pitch with Shohei Ohtani for 6 innings? That's the rule. Other than that,
this is funny because you know,
and this can't be broken out.
when we first got started here, and you all were talking about football in such a way that I legitimately asked Conor, I was like, man, I think I need to buy a PS5 and play it so that I can know more about the game, so I can talk about it with Tate and Van. I mean, I was like, man, because they really.
It does help when you get the video game, you know all the
that.
rosters.
But I mean, what a waste of money and time that would have been. I mean, come on, we haven't even talked college football today, which is.
I was gonna rip through 5 headlines, and then you guys stop me if you want to talk about it. Matt Patricia, highest paid coordinator in college football, $3.75 million for Matt Patricia, less than a top quarterback, but still a good amount of money. So good deal for him to stay at Ohio State. Anyone's thoughts on that? Any thoughts on Patricia? Highest paid coordinator?
Man, good for him. I mean, he may. I mean, I think it's probably overpaying a bit, but he did have maybe the best.
He did scheme up
most productive defense in college football history last year, right? Like even Indiana didn't get their shit off against that defense. Like they didn't. Ohio State didn't lose that game because of his defense. So. I guess if you would like to keep those elements in place, but it's always they're gonna lose Sonny Styles, they're gonna lose
Caleb
Arvell Reese. So we'll see. But Ohio State always has monsters. But yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you keep him there and keep him in place if you could?
And he flirted with some NFL teams. Yeah,
I think a lot of people were wondering whether or not Matt Patricia would work as a coordinator up there, and he answered those questions. And to be honest with you, is on the fast track to a head coaching job, either in college or in the NFL again. Like this continues to put the defenses like that together.
This is crazy, but y'all tell me this because I kind of thought, man, Michigan could have hired him, bro. Like but then I was like, oh, that's right, he was the Detroit Lions coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say Michigan does not want him. Yeah,
they did not want him, but I was like, man, wouldn't you rather probably have Matt Patricia as University of Michigan coach as opposed to old ass Kyle Whittingham? No disrespect. But he's kind of old, and like Utah wasn't sad to lose him.
It's a diss.
Oh,
that is a diss. Yeah.
Oh, it counts. The fact of the matter is that Utah was not sad that he was leaving when he left. Okay, and again, maybe Michigan made the come up, but I kind of thought, man, maybe y'all should. I know that the Lions thing probably is tough to get over, but I think Michigan will keep showing up if they're good. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see.
Speaking of Michigan, next headline, Sherrone Moore pleads no contest.
Wow.
We had the Sherrone Moore news as it happened in real time, famously, and then a lot more news came out after the fact. We hadn't really touched back on it, but again, pleads no contest. Seems like he's in a situation to move forward. His wife's standing by his side. So any thoughts on that, Joel? One more diss you have in your back pocket?
What was it? What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
All right.
No, what was
Sherrone Moore?
Sherrone Moore. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at something here, man. Actually, what happened is that my wife texted me that was like, I'm about to.
She's like, I hear you talking about our house.
Bathing our daughter. Yeah, anyway. Billy don't have to deal with this. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't know his house. Sherrone Moore.
That's a diss.
That's not a diss. That's more a diss of me. I mean, that could be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Diss. I'm sure, I mean, there's a lot of old men that have opinions about about this kind of shit. But anyway, Sherrone Moore. The thing that made it funny is that got the charges dismissed. You know what I mean? The thing that made it not funny. I'm sorry. Like when we all like, we're like, man, this is uncomfortable, whatever. And now that's kind of gone. I know that the law doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen, that the alleged victim in this case, it doesn't mean that what she alleged didn't happen for real. It just means that they didn't have enough evidence that it was true or whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think that changes Sherrone Moore's trajectory at all, though. Do you think that like people be like, oh,
I think he'll end up getting another job.
Now we can bring him in as our, I just don't think it's gonna take a while, man. He gonna make that Art Briles time away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I looked into this a little deeper. We actually did not get around to covering it on Higher Learning. It's interesting. I learned the difference between pleading no contest and pleading not guilty. Mm-hmm. He's pleading no contest, which means that the fact that he is pleading no contest cannot be brought up in civil litigation against him later on. Right. So that's a big part of this, so that his plea cannot be used in any suit against him that I guess would also be a suit against the school later on. I don't know how much of what was alleged is being recanted here.
Right.
But I do know that the prosecution said that they cannot prove what was in the police report.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Mhm.
And there seems to me to be the need to make this plain for everyone. I'll tell you why. This trial is about the thing that happened. It is about the thing that happened. It's about, Sherrone Moore and what happened between him and his alleged mistress or whatever. But it's also, if you're Sherrone Moore, at least, about Sherrone Moore's future as a football coach. And I know that might seem like, whack to some people that I would say that, but this is a college football podcast. We're talking about college football. And, what did or did not happen there is one thing, but another thing that people were looking at in terms of this story is whether or not this was the end of a promising football coach's football career, whether or not he was unsafe to be around, and whether or not that condition meant that he could no longer coach young men, be around staffs, or would you trust Sherrone Moore to be in your program? That is very important for people to know the answer to that. Beyond what happens legally, it's important for people to be able to ascertain what the fuck went on. Because if you're going to hire Sherrone Moore and have him working around young women, young men, all of that, the question is he going to get involved with someone and go do something where he puts them or himself in danger? And that question is still kind of vague. It's certainly true that the prosecution said that they cannot prove what's in the police report. That is true.
Because it's he said, she said at this point, right?
Because it's he said, she said, right? But what seems to be not quite certain, because they came back with other charges, that are involved. They're misdemeanor charges, but at least involved in the realm of domestic violence. What is not true is like, what happened here? If he didn't do this stuff, come out and like, I guess we'll see in the trial, let people know that he didn't do it so he can move on with his life.
Well, the thing is, I'm looking, apparently the woman, Miss Shiver, put out a statement saying that Michigan didn't protect her. Like, she's still pretty adamant.
She's pursuing legal action now too.
She's still pretty adamant about what happened. And I would just say, and this is why I don't think Sherrone Moore is going to get a college job anytime soon. The LaTroy Lewis case, a former Michigan assistant who made some pretty damning claims, sexual assault allegations against him, and Sherrone Moore was not accused of assaulting her, but being accused of like not being necessarily forthcoming with the authorities and dealing with him after those allegations were made. So I just think that there's a lot of shit around his name, man, and it's going to be really, really hard. And I don't think a lot of people were impressed or excited by him as a head coach, like after a couple of years. Maybe that's unfair, but like with all this on him, it's going to take a while, man. You don't have to go coach in Germany and Bolivia and shit like that.
Yeah, you got to be like an Urban Meyer to
get,
this kind of stink off.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, man. People have to forget about him.
Yeah, let's talk about his alma mater, Oklahoma. Parker Livingstone /Livingstone, our guy, he said, quote, "If I didn't have an agent, I'd probably still be in Austin right now," end quote. That kind of says where we are in college sports. So Parker wanted to stay at Texas. He ends up at their rival. Kind of a notable storyline, even though he's like wide receiver 4, wide receiver 3 at best. But I still thought that was a little bit fascinating. Van, any takes on what Parker had to say?
No, I think I know where we are. I think we know where we are. Parker had to chase the bag. I also think Parker was probably a little bit unhappy with how some things were like shaking out on the field. They brought in some help at wide receiver. Joel continued to be on him the whole season long.
Y'all thought it was racism or something, but actually, Steve Sarkisian was like, "Oh, he can't be our number one receiver." I mean,
did you see the first?
That was the whole
Cam
thing
Coleman?
I said. Oh,
he didn't look great in that break.
He didn't. Okay,
he did. He looked kind of slow.
They've got a freshman coming in. He's Michael. You remember the great Kansas State quarterback Michael Bishop, who's a Heisman runner-up in '98.
He was the man.
His nephew is going to be a true freshman, Jermaine Bishop Jr. at University of Texas. I'm not saying he's gonna be Malachi Tony, but if anybody looks like Malachi Tony,
he got game.
He is a bad motherfucker, man. So Texas got somebody with that one, bro. He's cold. But yeah, they could afford to lose Parker Livingstone. They were just kind of like, just like Joel Anderson had said earlier in the season when everybody was accusing him of racism. It's like, I really don't see a number one receiver out of that guy.
Right.
You know, we got to get better.
The big thing was that he was Arch's roommate. They were friends. They had a nice little connection, obviously.
Yeah. They had to get better. They had to get better at the position. You know? Yep. Yeah.
And Cam Coleman also came out and said he would have stayed at Auburn, but the new coaching staff didn't want to keep him. Auburn fans very incensed about that because they're like, of course we wanted you to stay.
I mean,
and so would the coaching staff, but he got the bag from Texas.
It's also like, I don't know who's advising them on what to say, but it also kind of sounds like a thing to kind of throw off. Like, it wasn't me, man. I had to make some decisions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have no offense. Yeah, was no offense, but I had to go do what I had to do, basically. So
yeah, last one, Van. This is in your territory. Brian Kelly went on Sirius XM and said that Lane Kiffin's current roster at LSU is over $40 million. Wow. First question: how much did you contribute to the $40 million?
Yeah, that's right.
Second question: what are the expectations for a $40 million roster?
The expectations are a playoff run.
Okay,
LSU got to make the playoffs, man. Now look, this is the deal. If LSU did not make the playoff. If LSU did not make the playoff, would I be okay with a significantly improved product on the field, offense and defense? Yes, I would be. However, I just don't think that anyone paid $4 million to a quarterback, or wherever the fuck it was, maybe more than that, to have LSU do anything less than be a serious contender to win the SEC and make the playoff. And that is what it is. Those are the expectations.
I think, man, you know what? I'm looking at this here. Y'all are in pretty good shape early in the year, man. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how good Clemson is going to be.
Lines came out, right? They're favored by 11.5 against Clemson.
Yeah, and you got to go to Ole Miss third week of the season. That's tough. Trinidad Chambliss. Tough. And then why does A&M have to come back to y'all again? I don't understand. Y'all playing another home game against Texas A&M, but whatever. I mean, yeah, man, that's a real rough 2 week stretch. But then after that, McNeese, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Auburn, they can win all those games. I don't think Alabama's going to be great next year. I mean, then you get
Phil's very salty though for Brian Kelly to be like he was given $40 million to build a roster.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't give me that. They didn't give me $40 million.
He's pocket watching.
They gave him up. Well, I tell you what they did do though. For Brian Kelly, they went out and they gave him a shit ton of money. It might have not been 40, but they gave him a shit ton of money last year. And last year, LSU had one of the worst transfer harvests that I've ever seen before. Now, we signed a lot of good transfers, and there were obviously guys that played really well. A.J. Halsey, Monster Delane. So those guys are great. And other guys who filled their positions just fine, Jack Pyburn, all kinds of guys. So there were guys out there that play well. But on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of explosion and stuff that LSU was supposed to have for the transfers, it did not work out because the line was in such bad shape. And Garrett's injury, whatever it was, they just did not get the return on the investment from the transfer class that the fans wanted. And that's just a fact. So he can go out there and complain all he wants. The reality is that they did give him a lot of money to go out there and sign new people. He signed them, got them into Baton Rouge, and the team still cucked out.
Man, so I love it. I love it.
If that happens to
Brian
Lane,
Kelly, get the fuck out of town, man.
If that happens to Lane, then there it is.
I mean, I can't wait because I feel pretty confident in saying that it's 100% certain that LSU fans are going to be mad at him by November. I just can't wait.
Well,
I'm just so excited.
If we're mad, we're mad. This is the deal.
Late November, because y'all are never happy.
If we're mad, we're mad.
Yeah. Nah, we've been happy. We've been happy.
It's gonna be.
Van pull out the hoodoo again if he has
not this decade.
If we're mad, we're mad. I'll say this: when you look back at Brian Kelly's career at LSU, he had some success. He did. The reality of the situation is that Brian Kelly was not able to maintain any type of offense and defense. I've said this already. Consistency at LSU. There wasn't a standard that was set that could be met every year. Even if that standard wasn't 15-0 running through the playoffs. But you couldn't count on LSU to have a competent offense, defense, and special teams on this team on the field at the same time.
It's different. It's different era of football, man. You know what I mean? Like, your roster turns over year after year. I don't think Brian Kelly, again, I don't necessarily disagree with firing Brian Kelly, but I'm just, I'm really excited to see Lane Kiffin face the LSU fan base.
He still hasn't worn anything LSU yet, man.
Man, bro, what is that? Why won't he wear LSU?
He has not worn anything LSU. He's been doing TikToks with Livy Dunn. He's been putting memes on his stories.
But Joel, I understand what you're saying, but this is what I would say.
10-4, 10-3, 9-4 than last year.
Right. So this is what I would say. And so in all of that stuff, right? In all of that stuff, you're talking about having the worst defense in LSU history, the worst offense in LSU history. Yeah. If you roll out that at any program worth its salt, if your coach has the worst offense one year, the worst defense the next year, the worst special teams the year before, people are going to start to say, how can this continue to happen?
We have no identity.
We have zero identity. It's like not even – I get what you're saying. Like
everybody is getting used to this new era of football. Like it's
but it's not happening. But it's not happening everywhere. You're not seeing this happen at places. Forget about the Ohio States.
I don't think Brian Kelly is an elite coach. I think he's a good coach. But like, unless you're Kurt Cignetti, Kirby Smart, Dan Lanning, he's not of that caliber of coach apparently. But like, I still think that means you can be a good coach. And as you've said and it's shown LSU shown before, you don't need a great coach to win at LSU.
Yeah, but you're okay. I'll say one more time. So, number one, Brian Kelly's reputation before he came to LSU was somebody that was an elite coach. He had teams perennially in the playoffs. Notre Dame was in the playoff a lot. He had played in the national championship game. He might have not been a championship coach, but he was an elite coach. He found out that there was a ceiling on his organizational standard when he got to LSU. This is what I'm saying. Everything that you're saying is true. What I'm saying is the up and down of having a really great Heisman Trophy offense and just needing an average defense to be a national championship contender. Yeah. And then having a really good defense and just needing an average offense to be able to do this. And then the year before that to have like a special teams with guys who could not catch punts. That is what got Brian Kelly fired. Yeah. Now, we can go around and talk about teams who can't play, who are bad on teams, bad on offense, bad on defense, whatever. But that type of swing up and down is something that the fan base can't deal with. Yeah. I'll tell you this, last thing I'll say.
You gotta pay to make it go away. You know what I'm saying? It's enough with Brian.
Well, we did. Okay.
That's good. No, I mean it's good.
They ain't got him out of the paint.
Very smart use of money. I know.
Yeah, put the money together. So, but I'm saying this though. Like, last thing is, all the guys that we're talking about that were able to win at LSU, to Tate's point, the team had an identity. Yeah. Don't you want your coach gone?
A little bit, yeah. But more
than a little. So no wait, you want a lot of it.
So no wait, hold on, because I'm evolving on this a little bit. Do you really want to hear me go long on TC football?
All you do is complain about your coach, and didn't that coach take you to the national championship game?
That's right, Joel.
That's right.
And it's all right. So shut up. So here's the deal. Just because nobody cares.
No,
it's like, don't you want your coach gone?
Okay, look. Okay, hold on.
Got you.
No, TCU is in a new conference, and I think they could be better than they are. I mean, the thing is like, I don't know. You have to tell me who the replacement is going to be before I get too excited. I'm dissatisfied with this era.
Tate.
Okay,
any lying right now? Be honest.
No. I thought the whole thing about Sonny Dykes was going to be he was coming from SMU.
He wants him fired. He was
coming from SMU. And he was going to recruit really well.
Isn't he lying?
And he was going to recruit really well. And that just does not come to pass.
He's different in the TSU versus the TCU.
He's different in the TSU.
The team is
every time you bring up Sonny Dykes, you got a diss for him. You're talking shit about him. You want him gone. And this is after he got you guys to the precipice.
You call him Cloudy Dykes.
Yeah, like it's so funny. It's like this is you want the coach gone. You're such a reflexive critic and hater that you don't
No,
even
no.
see when you're doing the same thing.
No. No, because you guys have not. We haven't spent a lot of time for me to expound on my thoughts about Sonny Dykes because I don't think it's interesting. But what I say is that like I'm sort of circumspect about it because I'm like, well, you know what?
Before I got by 7.5 against Carolina and Bill Belichick.
Before I went to TCU, man, we were really terrible. Like legitimately, that's why one of the reasons they got left out of the Southwest Conference. And then Gary Patterson took us on this great run, the best run in TCU history, but for the late 30s. And I was like, well, maybe this is probably as good as it gets, you know? But then we got into a new conference and I'm looking at the new landscape of the country and I'm like, man, I feel like
why not us?
TCU, yeah, I don't know why SMU is so much got better than us like that, even though we beat them last year. You know, but I don't know why they're like a more consistent. They got a more obviously.
Also, your quarterback got poached by the national champions.
There's a lot of money.
You're doing something right. Sonny's doing something right.
Look, man. Yeah, I would want him. You know, again, I don't want him replaced with Dabo.
You want Art Browse.
You know what? Let's get this first year. Let's see what Eastern New Mexico look like. Let's see what Eastern New Mexico looks like this year first. We have to go down to Portales, New Mexico, man.
I think that's a great wrapping point there. Any parting shots? Anything else we missed out? Again, this was a fun show. Get to talk about Bam Adebayo, a little USA baseball, did some college football at the end. Any parting shots from you, Joel, before we get out of here?
Nah, man, my battery's about to die, bro. And this Zoom.
All right, well, that's perfect. Perfect time to leave. Van, any parting shots for the people?
Bam! Tailgate is back.
I love that. Make that the graphic. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to Ringer Tailgate again. Shout out to Billy over in Sweden. We will hopefully have him back next week. Thanks to everybody for watching the show, and we will see you all next Wednesday. Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. For Louisiana, call 1-877-770-7867.